But first, what exactly is a normal snowfall around here? Are we seeing less snow than when, say, you were a kid? Meteorologist Jacob Dickey gets to the bottom of it.
I started doing the weather in 1976, and the first 5 years I was here, from the late 70s through the early 80s, were the top worst winter seasons that central Illinois has ever had. 77, 78, we had 68 inches of snow that year. You couldn't see the top of people's homes. You could just see the roofs. It was so bad, and it stayed that way.
But is that what a normal winter actually is for Illinois?
Anybody who was born in the late 60s, let's say, has a perception in their mind that that's what winters used to be. These massive snows, which for kids is just an amazing memory, that everything else pales in comparison. But in reality, those years were really the outlier years. They stick out like a sore thumb when you look at the snowfall record. When we go back before that, the 1950s and 60s, and then after that, the 80s, 90s, and even more recently, we have pretty close to the snowfall numbers that we've gotten in the last 5 to 10 years or so.
But there have been changes to our winter seasons over the years.
Winters are warming at the fastest rate of all the seasons. They're also getting wetter, but the vast majority of that is coming as rain, less so as snow. We're not necessarily seeing a decrease in snowfall. One thing that we have seen that's very perceptible, and we see in the data, is a lack of snow depth. We may get 4 or 5 inches of snow in a single day. It's just not sticking around for as long.
And those warmer changes do bring noticeable impacts.
Dealing with potholes and just general road construction more with those freeze-thaw processes as opposed to one deep freeze is definitely a problem.
Impacts to agriculture are also growing, from changes in disease, pests, weeds, and more.
Especially tree fruit. So what we see are changes in the timing of the phenology of those fruits. Peaches, apples, plums, so on and so forth. They may be breaking dormancy earlier, flowering earlier, making them more susceptible to freeze damage.
Even armadillos are affected.
We still get very cold, but it doesn't happen as often, so those armadillos can push farther north. So we see those kinds of species making their way in Illinois, in some cases endemic in parts of southern Illinois, where 20, 30 years ago we would never see them.
Thanks a lot, Jacob. Well, you can see an extended conversation with both Judy and Dr. Ford online right now.